Let's see. Today's subject is... It's never too late. Wait. Okay, there we go. Outside noises are probably going to come in through the microphone, but today's subject is it's never too late to start fresh. And what does that mean, at least in the context of me as a person? Well, I'm 29. I'm going to be 30 this year. I haven't really had the chance to figure life out yet. I don't have my finances in the spot that I would like them to be. I obviously want my content career to be up there a little bit further than what it is right now, and I think a lot of that is just impatience, as a guy who went to college full-time for a good 5 years, I thought I was gonna have everything kind of figured out. When I graduated, I thought I was gonna have everything understood about life and just in general, right? I thought I was gonna have everything figured out, man. And then the COVID hit, and then I really couldn't find a job in any of the fields that I studied. And then I became a professional video editor in 2023, technically, while doing content throughout all those years, yeah. And I'm still at a point where I haven't figured out kind of what direction things are gonna go in, you know what I'm saying? Obviously I enjoy doing my own YouTube content, I enjoy editing videos, but I'm at a weird crossroads right now where it's been almost 4 months since I actually last worked my old job. It's been about 4 months. I've been chasing content full time and steadily growing on every platform or whatever, right? It's I have to remind myself on a regular basis that, my age isn't a determination of where I should realistically be in life, late 20s, right? Final year of my 20s. It's crazy saying that out loud, right? I'm gonna be 30 this year, bro. But it isn't necessarily supposed to be an account of where I should be in life. Obviously, you want to keep making strides to grow, regardless of whatever field you chase in. You want to always try to stay on top of things and grow and move forward because life gets harder and harder. Sometimes the older you get, finances, things become more expensive, so forth. I have a wife, family. It's a lot to keep track of, really. For the longest, I've always thought dang, man, I'm really getting up there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'll really be able to pursue some of the goals that I want anymore from time to time. And then periodically I'll remind myself some people started over at my age with nothing and made it somewhere in life, I know some people that became full-time content creators when they hit my age or around this age, and now they're doing phenomenal. So it's never too late to really just, try something or, it's never too late to lower your expectations of yourself and basically start over, which is kind of what I feel like I've done right now. Obviously, not working the full-time gig that I have sucks, or I had sucked, because I was making a good amount of money, man. I was making I was 54K as a professional video editor, which is insane, right? I think it was entry level too. That's actually really, really nuts when I think about it. I wasn't happy there. So it's this small little reset in life isn't the worst thing in the world. I've still got good friends, I've got family, I got my wife, I got a support system, Periodically I do have people that ask me, when are you gonna, start job hunting again? And sometimes when I say, I'm pursuing content creation full time, they kind of look at me a little weird. They're like, I guess, which is so funny to me considering that we live in an era now where people do content creation full time. I guess people forget sometimes that there's a grind and a journey that's associated with that. You don't just have the fame and success just out of the blue. There's a full time grind that you have to do in order to even get to those certain points. And I think a lot of people forget about that. It sucks sometimes feeling like you're not really doing everything that you should be doing, or you could be doing more. Dude, I'm managing 3 YouTube channels, basically 3 TikTok accounts, an Instagram account, and I edit for other people from time to time. It's a lot to keep track of, admittedly. It's a lot of content, a lot of things just to pace myself with and look after. It can be really stressful. Last night, I think I was just laying in bed. I just felt kind of I don't want to say dead on the inside. I just felt kind of empty, man, my brain is drained, Personal issues here and there with, some people I know around me that I'm, helping go through things, trying to figure out my own life. And then I'm over here working nonstop to really just push myself forward in different avenues of life, It's a lot to think about on a 24/7 basis. And it really isn't healthy to do, to be honest. You gotta pace yourself and take your times with things. But I can be such a creative person that I like trying new things all the time, I got a channel for single player games, I got a channel for shooters, and then I got this channel where I'm doing reactions, vlogs, and whatever we're gonna call this series or whatever, because I want to do more of these kind of videos. So I feel like I'm working myself a little too hard, and I've had friends tell me that you shouldn't overextend yourself. And honestly, that's a really, really good piece of advice, because the more that I continue to overextend myself sometimes, man, the more I think that probably hurts me in the long run than it does benefit me, I like having stuff to do and feeling like I'm making the most out of my days, but sometimes I feel like if you don't give yourself enough space to just breathe and reset, you're gonna end up in these weird situations where you feel like you're never doing enough, but you can't work any harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're already using your whole day to do something. The more you continue to do that, you're gonna end up in these weird headspaces where you feel like you're just not doing enough, but you could be doing more, but then you don't have the time to do more. And the more you try to do more, the more stressed out you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? So it's a weird crossroad to kind of end up in as a creator, and then you burn yourself out, and then you don't really get anything done, or if you get sick, you're frustrated because you don't have the energy to get anything done. And I've been in those positions so many times, man. That actually happened recently. I got sick, and I was basically on in my bed or my couch for like a full week. I don't know what disease I had, but it was bad, and I'm still like feeling the after effects of it. I'm just joking when I call it a disease, by the way. I wasn't diseased, but whatever I had, bedridden, couch-ridden, full week, just straight up watching soccer or football for my European friends out there. But I was just straight up like on my couch or in my bed just watching TV. And it sucked because I'm just kind of frustrated. I don't have the energy to really sit there and work through content pieces, edit things. I was coughing so much, my ribs hurt. I couldn't even sit up in my desk. But when that kind of stuff happens, I get so frustrated because it's like, dang, now I don't have the energy to get something done, and I'm wasting this beautiful day. I could be outside filming some content, or I could be indoors editing some content. It's just a really, really weird feeling you have when you're just a person who wants to just do a whole lot and try to be creative and have fun with things. You think so hard about a lot of stuff, man. Anyway, the whole point of this little video was just to kind of talk about, like, it's never too late to reset in life, restart. It's never too late to try new things. It's never too late to just take a breather for yourself and kind of figure things out at a pace. That's something I'm still learning as I go with content creation. You have to take your time with things. You have to breathe. You have to slow down sometimes and figure out if you're going in the right directions with things. And sometimes it sucks. Sometimes you want to just go because you see so many other people achieving and being successful. You want to just keep going and praying that you hit that one video that just propels you into stardom, I guess. Stardom? I don't know. You hope you hit that like stride all of a sudden, and then things just go the way that you want them to, which can happen. It can happen to a lot of people. It has happened to a lot of people. But I think where a lot of people fall short, and I'm definitely one of those people that have made this mistake before, is we don't take time to really figure out like what our style is, what our content is, because we feel like we're in a rush. We feel like we have to get this done now, or it's going to be way too late to actually figure it out. And that just isn't the case. You gotta figure things out before you just keep pushing things out and hoping something sticks. You can't be chasing virality. I think that's also a really bad thing that a lot of people do nowadays, chasing the next big hit piece of content without really figuring out if they're even enjoying what they're doing in the first place. It's a bad mindset, man. And a lot of us are guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I got a lot of friends that are guilty of it. It's tough to figure out. You just see so many people around you achieving. You don't get jealous. You just get like, wow, I would like to be in that position, so I'm gonna keep working to hopefully get in that position. But then you lose your way a little bit along the way and don't really pay attention to like what you're actually doing, or if it's something that you actually enjoy, or if it's something that people actually genuinely like. It's a process. But it's never too late to start over. You gotta sometimes just reset your creative mindset instead of just being go, go, go. You sit down, draft out your ideas, and plan things out accordingly, and just take a breather. Let your mind be creative without overstimulating it or burning it out, trying to just push as much content out. And just take your time with things, man. Like, life, in a way, mentally, life is infinite. You can try many things, and if something fails, failure is just a part of life. It's a lesson. We all go through those lessons, Failure is just a part of life. We all got to take it on the chin sometimes and just keep trying new things, man.